Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State Cardinals, and we're looking forward to this matchup, and certainly the fans are showing that they are as well. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, the Cardinals will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Redhawks offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Use the play fake, now to throw. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
Coming after it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
And the Redhawks will punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Ball State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly,
fires into traffic, picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Here comes the offense on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now on 2nd down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. They keep attacking through the air. Throwing right. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ball State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. 4 over Bowling Green. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Gain of 12. First down for the offense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Second down coming up.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. To the air, it's Gabbert. Got his man quickly. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Feeling some heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. The Red Hawks have taken it inside the 20. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got the back over the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Miami!
Touchdown.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Set to kickoff.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They'll throw it on first down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Set up for second and short after that completion.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Another Ball State first down.
He's looking to throw it. Finds a tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
He knows the receiver. Downfield. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Davis.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Redhawks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Direct snap. Touchdown, Redhawks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's slow. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll do it here in the quarter, guys, and Miami, Ohio has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Now the play fake. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Wants to throw. It's Gabbert. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
And that's a 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's McDonald. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
28 brings up 2nd down.
Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. The Red Hawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the punt, and that is a major league pop-up. That thing's going to bring rain. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On second down, wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to escape and get it himself. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Offense facing fourth down.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Red Hawks will try to run out the clock in the final minute. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Third down coming up.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They get to him as he throws. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. And they'll take a knee. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year.